Cindy and Azizi, A Love Across the Savannah.
Cindy was a beautiful young woman who lived in a small village surrounded by the golden plains of the African savannah. She was known for her kindness and her deep love for music. Every day she sang as she walked to fetch water from the river, and her voice echoed across the hills. Azizi, a strong and wise young man, lived in a neighboring village. He was a skilled hunter and always wore traditional robes woven with bright colors that symbolized his bravery. One day, while walking from the forest, Azizi heard a voice so sweet it made him stop in his tracks. Azizi followed the voice and soon found Cindy by the river, humming a tune as she collected water. He was mesmerized by her beauty and the grace with which she moved. Azizi gathered his courage and approached her. "Your voice is like the wind," he said, his deep, gentle voice. "It carries through the trees and brings peace to my heart." Cindy blushed. "Thank you," she replied shyly. "I sing to the river to make the water dance." From that day on, Azizi would find any excuse to walk by the river, hoping to hear Cindy sing. And every time they would talk about the stars, the animals, and the stories their elders told. As days turned into weeks, their bond grew stronger. Cindy was drawn to Azizi's wisdom and kindness, while Azizi admired Cindy's strength and love for her community. They would laugh, dream, and share their hopes for the future. But not everyone was happy about their love. The leader of Azizi's village wanted him to marry someone from their own people. "A hunter like you should not marry outside the village," he said. "Our traditions must be respected." Azizi was torn. He loved his people, but he also loved Cindy. He knew that to be with her, he would have to go against the wishes of his elders. One evening, Azizi spoke with Cindy under the baobab tree where they met often. "Our love is strong, but I must honor my people," he said, his voice heavy with sadness. Cindy looked into his eyes, her heart aching. "I understand," she whispered, "but love is stronger than any tradition. If it is meant to be, we will find a way." Determined to prove their love, Azizi decided to meet with the elders of both villages. He knew this was risky, but his heart was set. He stood before them and said, "Cindy and I share a bond that no tradition can break. Our love brings together two villages, two hearts. Shouldn't love be a bridge, not a wall?" There was silence. The elders whispered among themselves. Then an elder from Cindy's village spoke. "If your love is true, you must prove it by completing a journey together. Through the mountains and to the sacred waterfall. Only then we will give our blessing." Cindy and Azizi accepted the challenge. They set off together, walking hand in hand through the mountains. Along the way, they faced fierce storms, wild animals, and long, exhausting days. But through every challenge, they supported each other. Azizi hunted for food, and Cindy used her knowledge of herbs to heal their wounds. Together they made it through the toughest obstacles. Their love grew stronger with every step. Finally, after many days, they reached the sacred waterfall. The water sparkled like diamonds under the sun, and as they stood there, tired but happy, they knew their love had passed the greatest test. When they returned to the villages, the elders welcomed them with open arms. They had proven not only their love, but their unity as a couple. Cindy and Azizi's love brought their villages together, and they were married under the stars, dressed in their finest traditional clothing. Cindy in a bright beaded dress, and Azizi in his colorful robes. Their love story became one that was told for generations, a reminder that love, when true, knows no boundaries.